Hello there, welcome to science class. In today's class, we shall be discussing type of numbers in mathematics. Type of numbers in mathematics. All right. The first number is odd numbers. Odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided by 2. All right. Odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided by 2. Example of odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, and it goes on and on and on. From the series of number that is written, you can see that the first number you pick, you jump the next, then you pick the one after the one you jumped, and then you jump to another one. I said notice that starting from the first number you pick and jump the next, you again pick the number after the number jumped, and the sequence continues. So, in summary, odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided by 2. Simple and straightforward. Next one is even numbers. Even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2. Simply speaking, they are just numbers that can be divided by 2. Example of even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and it goes on. I said here 2 is the smallest even number. 2 is the smallest even number. The next type of number, so prime numbers, they are very, very important numbers. They are used for solving mathematical problems like LCM, lowest common multiple, HCF, highest common factor, getting square roots of numbers, etc. I like you to pay a rapt attention to this number, as you will going to be using this number for so many other solving steps in other problems in mathematics. I said these are numbers that can only be divided by 1 and itself. This means that there is no other number that can divide that number except 1 and that number. Example of prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, etc. They have only 2 factors. They have only 2 factors. I said here, what are factors? If I say what is a factor or what are factors, they are numbers that can divide other bigger numbers without a remainder. Factors are a number that can divide other bigger number without a remainder. The next number is composite number. Composite number are numbers that has more than 2 factors. So, composite numbers is just like the opposite of prime numbers. Prime number has only 2 factors, that is 1 and itself. Composite numbers have more than 2 factors, that is 1 itself and other numbers, e.g. 4, 6, 9, 15, 60, etc. Composite number, for example, 4 has a factor of 1, has a factor of 4, has a factor of 2. So that makes it a composite number. Next one is whole numbers. They are normal counting numbers without a fraction or decimal attached to it. Whole numbers are normal counting numbers without a fraction or decimal attached to it. Just the normal counting number starting from the 0 to whatever number without any fraction or decimal attached to it. They are whole numbers. Next number is integers. Integers are whole number and its negatives. You understand? Whole numbers are numbers that you just count from 0 and you continue to count. But what makes integer different is integers have their negative part attached to it. Integers are whole numbers and its negatives. Example, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3, 500 minus 498, 78, etc. Yes, in this kind of numbers, it contains both the whole number and the negative part of it. That is integers. Understand? Now, natural numbers, they are all the whole numbers without a zero. They are all the whole numbers without zero. Yes, so when you talk about natural numbers, you don't add a zero to natural numbers. If you notice, the whole number we added is zero, but in natural number, we did not add a zero to be inclusive. Yes, the next kind of number is rational numbers. Rational numbers are numbers that can be represented as the quotient x over y of two integers such that y is not equals to 0. Now, what do I mean by quotient? The denominator is the quotient. The number below the slash is the quotient. And where my cursor is at this moment is the quotient. So once the number below or the denominator is not 0, such number can be termed as a fraction and is referred to as a rational number. I said all fractions are rational numbers. Example of rational numbers are 1 over 2, 0.3333, 5 over 2, 11 over 10, etc. So all these fractions are rational numbers. And from the last class, we learned how to convert decimal to fractions. So 0.333 is also a rational number. Irrational number, all numbers that are not fractions are irrational numbers. We said all numbers that are fractions are rational numbers, but all numbers that are not fractions are irrational number. Example is pi. Yes, pi. Pi is 3.142. This is pi. My mouse is at the pi. This is pi. 3.142. Square root of 2. 0.121221. We're going to be discussing pi and some other terms later, but just for now, we are just going to be concentrating on the type of numbers. Next number are real numbers. Real numbers are set of rational and irrational numbers. That is, real numbers are both rational and irrational numbers. And you see, 0 is also part of real numbers. Pi is there, root of 2, root of 3. All of these numbers are real numbers. Next kind of number is consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers are numbers that follow each other in order. They have a difference of 1 between every two numbers. In a set of consecutive numbers, the mean and median are equal. Yes, when you have a set of consecutive numbers, the mean of the set of all the sequence of the number is always equal to the median of the number. If you don't understand the meaning of mean and median, you don't have to worry. We'll get there soon. But just know that when you have consecutive number, both the mean and the median are always equal. So for example, if you're writing an OBJ exam and you were asked to get the mean and median for a set of consecutive numbers, once you get the mean, you don't have to bother yourself with the median any longer. You know that the median is equals to the mean. So last kind of number we're going to be discussing today is a complex number. A complex number is a number that contains real number and an imaginary number. Example, minus 3 plus 2i is 0. It's a complex number. 1 plus 2j. So if you don't really know what this means, they are going to be discussed in advanced mathematics, and they are also used in engineering and other advanced set of mathematics. But just know that there exists a number called complex number, which is the addition of a real number plus an imaginary number. It could also be minus an imaginary number, as seen in this first example, which is written as minus 3 plus 2i. The conclusion: it is important to understand these numbers, type of numbers, so that it can be used to solve future mathematical problems. Knowing this type of numbers is one of the fundamentals of mathematics. If you don't know some of these little numbers, you can see a question that say 3 consecutive numbers and you're kind of confused. What is consecutive number? Or you see 3 set of real number or rational number, irrational number. If you don't have the knowledge of all these things, it might stand as a big challenge later while solving mathematics. So I'm bringing this class to a close. I hope you enjoyed this class. I hope it was very explicit enough. If you have not subscribed to this channel, you just have to do that right about now. Yes, in the next video I'm going to be discussing number line, fractions, and you see LCM, and you see all these numbers come into play. But until then, please have a nice time and do take care of yourself. Bye bye, and see you in the next video.